Hello, this is Melissa, your insurance exam queen, and we are here today on this channel to make sure that you can pass your insurance exam with ease and confidence. In this video, we are going to break down a Arizona property and casualty exam score sheet so that this person can know what it is they need to study and tackle to be able to pass the next time. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. Like this video if you got anything from it. You can also drop a comment below if you have any questions, and make sure to go check us out at insuranceexamqueen.com. We have more resources available there to help you pass your exam. I always recommend my Gold Class series. It is $97. It has a 90% first time pass rate and 5-star rating on Google. People say they wish they would have bought it sooner. They save money by buying the Gold Class package instead of multiple retest fees. So they also save a lot of time. If you're stuck in an overwhelm of what do I need to study, all the stuff that I have to read, none of it is making sense. That's what the Gold does. It narrows down your focus, shows you what's important, helps you retain and understand it. And it is available at insuranceexamqueen.com. And I'll be referring to it as we talk about this video. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Okay. So I did a little bit of pre-work. So this is like the score sheet that they sent you. And I cut it off because I have to be able to show you the points here, but she overall got a 54%. So you need a 70%. She got a 54%. And so I broke it down by points instead of percentage because it's a little bit easier. So what this is showing us here, when we look at this score sheet, what we're looking at is they're showing us the chapter of concepts and how many points that she was asked and how many she got correct. So what this score sheet is saying is that insurance regulation, which is like state laws, insurance regulation, there was a total of 7 questions asked, and there will always be 7 questions asked until they change the outline. Right now, this is current as of November 2023. They can always change these outlines, but they usually do that every few years or so. This is probably going to be fine for a while. So what this is saying, though, is that 7 questions will always be asked about insurance regulation. 12 questions will always be asked about workers' compensation. 20 questions will come from auto insurance, okay? So what we're trying to do is figure out what concepts she needs to study so that she can secure her pass. So they say that there is a total of 150 questions. She needs to get 70 of them to pass. So we do the math to find out, well, of 150, how many questions is that? 150 questions times 0.70 equal, this is how we find 70% of something, is going to be 105 points. She got 82 points. She needs 105 and she got 82. So we come over here and we say, okay, passing is 105. She got 82, which means she needs 23 more points. So she needs 23 more points to be able to pass. What we're going to do is look at where those points are coming from. And I didn't do my pre-math, but I'm going to show you how I do this. So what I do to find those points is I pull up my calculator and I literally just do the math, okay? So we're going to do the math. She has 7 points. Well, I can do that one by myself. She has 7 points available. Let me do this all in one color. 7 points in insurance regulation. She got 5. That means that there's 2 points available there. There was 12 questions asked about workers' comp. She got 4, which means there's 8 points available there. There is 8 available in auto, 4 available in general, 8 available in BOP, 12 available. Nope, that's not 12. That's not correct. 26 minus 12. 26 minus 12, 14. Yeah, 14. 14 available. Oops. 14 available in CPP. There are 5 points available in PNC Basics. 23.36 points available in homeowners, and 7 points available in other, and 6 points available in dwelling. Okay, so we did the math to find out where the points that she missed, right? All of the points down this, the points down the center here are the points that she missed, that she didn't get. So there was 2 questions about insurance regulations that she didn't have the answer for. She got them wrong. There were 14 questions in commercial package policy that she missed. She got them wrong. Okay. Now, what we want to do is look at, she has 23 points that she needs to get. What chapter can we read and study and learn or watch the videos for so that she can get those 23 points? So the first thing we do is, I'm going to change my color here because we already chose yellow. What we're going to do first is go to the chapters that have the most points available. Because for instance, why should I encourage her to go after the 2 points in insurance regulations when there's another chapter like commercial package that has 14 points? What's going to make the most sense to go after? But then we got to consider how easy is commercial package policy. But first, we're going to highlight the biggest chapters. There are 14 points available in CPP. That's the biggest one. Then we have 8 points available in BOP. We have 8 points available in auto. We have 8 points available in workers' comp. And we have 7 points available in other coverages. Okay. These would be the highest points available throughout the exam. She needs 23 to pass. Now, at first glance, looking at this, there's a lot of commercial available. There are 22 points. Yeah, 23 points available, 8 plus 14, whatever that, I think that's 23. 23 points available in commercial alone. Now she could go after them, okay? And I would encourage her to go after it a little bit, especially if you go after the videos that I have in my gold class series. We have had many Arizona passers and they come back and they say the gold class series had enough commercial for me to be able to pass those sections and be able to secure my pass on my exam. But I don't go too crazy into commercial. The reason being is it is hundreds of pages worth of study. Yes, there are 14 points available, but you have to study hundreds of pages of material to get those 14 points. So I wouldn't encourage her to go after all 14. I would say watch the gold videos on repeat for CPP and BOP to go after those points, but don't bet on getting a ton of them because it's such a hard chapter to go after. There are easier chapters to go after to get those points. So some of the easier chapters, when we look at like the 8 points, auto is going to be a lot easier to go after. The 8 points available here. Auto insurance is something that we are a lot more familiar with. We all have auto insurance, and a lot of it is like memorization, like what is Part A, liability? What is Part B, medical payments? What is Part C, uninsured motorists? It's just simple memorization of a lot of concepts within the auto insurance. And so those 8 points are a lot easier to get. So I would encourage her to go after 8 points in auto insurance. So let's say she were to go after those 8 points. Then she would have, how many would we have left? I gotta get my calculator because my brain don't work that fast. I think 12, 15 points. 23 minus 8, 15. Yes, I was right. So she's got 15 points more that she needs to gain. Where are we going to go after those 15 points? Now, the next chapter is going to be workers' compensation at 8 points. This one will be a little bit harder to get as well. Now, I do cover workers' compensation in my gold class series. I think that's one of the only places you'll find a video for it. What's unique about workers' comp is that it is generic, just like in insurance regulations. There's a lot of generic information across all the states, but then each state does workers' comp separately or like their own way, because insurance, this is an insurance regulations question. Who runs insurance? State government. Insurance is a state-run thing. It is run by the state, not the president, not Congress, not the federal government. Insurance is a state-run thing. So there are 50 states, which means there are 50 different rules about insurance. There is 50 different rules about workers' compensation. So when it comes to workers' compensation, when you watch the Gold Class series, you can get a good chunk of these points, but I'm not going to dig deep specifically into your state law. That would require you to go read your state-approved course like Excel, Kaplan, 80 Banker, ExamFX, whoever you may have. They should have the state law specific information for what it is you need for workers' comp. So that's going to be a kind of a difficult chapter to go after as well. So I'm going to still actually encourage to go after some easier chapters. The chapters, even though they have less points comparatively to the 8 and the 14, 2 of the easiest chapters to go after are going to be PNC Basics at 5 points and Homeowners Policy at 6 points. Now, I know we're only going after 5 points, but you're going after 5 points in like 10 to 20-ish pages of study. It is a lot easier to get 5 points across 10 pages worth of reading than it is to get 14 points out of 100 pages worth of reading. And so, and it's a lot funner to just listen to my videos on repeat. And we have so many videos on P&C basics, or we have really good videos on P&C basics in the gold insurance chapter. P&C basics are going to be things like, what does replacement cost mean? What does actual cash value mean? What is a declaration page? What is the insuring agreement? What is an endorsements page? Just basic understanding about different things. It also actually has auto insurance stuff, like what are split limits? What are the limits of a liability on a policy? Things that are tied into other chapters. What I really love about P&C basics is it double dips with auto in some ways, because it talks about split limit, combined single limit, per person limit. And these are all things you would find in the auto insurance. So she'd be double dipping by studying the auto and P&C basics to get those 5 points. So let's say she gets the 5 points in P&C basics. Let's actually give that a different color. So let's say she goes after the 5 points in P&C basics. PC basics. Okay. And then now she only has 10 points left that she needs. And where do those 8 come from? Those 8 came from auto. Okay. So she's going to study auto to get 8 points. She's going to study PC basics to get 5 points. And these two things, some of it coincides with each other because there's a lot of auto insurance words in the P&C basics side. So now she has 10 points left to get. So I'm going to go after the easiest place to get these 10 points. Another easier place to get these points would be homeowners. She has 6 points available in homeowners. And again, this is a lot less pages that you would have to study versus commercial. So it's much easier to get the 6 points in homeowners. And homeowners is easy stuff like, what is the name of an HO2? Broad. What is the name of an HO3? Special. What is the name of an HO5? Comprehensive. What is the name of coverage A? Dwelling. What is the name of coverage B? Other structures. What is the name of coverage C? Contents. This is simple stuff that we can remember. What are some of the exclusions? Earth movement and water damage. Homeowners is a lot easier to get than going after these commercial points. So let's say she gets 6 points there. So let's say she goes after 6 points in homeowners policies. So now she is down to 4 points left that she needs. Now, again, I would encourage, out of the rest of these, probably the next easiest one would be other coverages and options. I didn't even talk about that one. But this one is going to be things. It's a kind of a random chapter of a bunch of stuff. I think it's got flood insurance in there. It's got umbrella insurance. So she can easily get those points because I have really great videos on those in gold. If she was to watch the gold videos again a couple of times to get the BOP and the CP, she could probably get a couple of points within there just by watching those videos on repeat. So she'd be able to knock out these other 4 points that she needs. So if she hits heavy on auto, 8 points. She hits heavy on P&C, which are easy concepts to learn and understand, easier than CPP and BOP for sure. If she goes after the 6 points on auto, she is making it easier on herself to study these concepts than it is to go after the harder concepts. But if she watches a couple of videos, she watches a workers' comp video in gold, she watches this BOP video in gold, she watches the CPP video in gold, and then she learns about flood. I even missed that chapter completely because it does have a lot of random stuff in it. But she can definitely get some points there with the flood insurance and the umbrella insurance. And then she can round herself out and get that 105 points that she needs to be able to pass. Okay. So this is Melissa, your insurance exam queen. This was a Arizona property and casualty exam breakdown. If you're hearing any noises, it's because we are doing some remodeling. But I am so happy to be here with you, and I'm sending you all the loves, all the vibes to pass the exam. Again, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check us out at insuranceexamqueen.com. Get that gold class series so you can stop wasting money on retesting. You can stop wasting your time trying to study and bang your head against the wall learning, and you could just finally get that pass. Love you all. Have an amazing day.